had calls from Cole and Kay, my sister, and my nephew. I have to tell you, have you had any luck finding anything out? Because when I'm being told very little, and that's understandable, and that's okay. But my brother told me a couple of months before this incident, with tears in his eyes at my table at my house, that she was going to come after him for his insurance money. And that she had done something. And then I don't know everything there is to it, but my brother was the least violent human being on this earth. If someone would have provoked him, he would have left. He would not argue. This man does not argue. He would have walked out. I've waited 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, whatever it was. This is seems like it's gone far enough. I mean, the lady's freaking nuts.
Let me ask you this, sir. And I'm fairly frustrated, and I'll be real honest with you. What grounds do I have? How do I get her convicted of murder? Right now, with the information that we have.
Okay. Motive would be money.
Okay. So how do I prove that? From your statement with him?
Of course not. Detective, I know that you got to be probably peeling skin back. You're very aggravated with this, and I understand. I'm not sitting here accusing you of not doing your job. By no means, not even in that ballpark. But I'm just, I know Charles, and if she took his phone, walks in the other, and he's trying to chase her down with a bat, I mean, that Tylee brought into the room, and then this guy says they roll around on the ground, he goes to his room, gets his gun, comes back and shoots Charles. Charles would have been out the door by then.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know,
Well, and I discussed that with Kay, and I don't, it's not that I don't believe you guys. Well, I'm on my fifth search warrant because Lori has 3 different phones. I've been searching Charles' phone, which is 80 gigabytes of data. I have search warrants. I have cell records, cell tower locations, and everything else. I've been working on this case on a daily basis, every day. And like I said, there's 13,000 text messages in your brother's phone.
Oh my Jesus!
And I'm sorry, there's 13,000, and then another 5,000 in a different folder. And so I am actively working this case. I don't dispute, or I would not argue with you that I believe that Lori had something to do with this. What I need to be able to do is prove it to a jury of 12.
Beyond a reasonable doubt.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's...
Well, you're the detective. I'm not a detective. I'm a plumber, and I'm just, I know my brother, and I know that you're doing everything you can, but I mean, the thing about it is, if she's manipulated, I'm just, TV's different than real life, I know that. You're working the real cases. You've seen probably some really bad stuff. But look, okay, from my brother's side of the story to be told, that's what you're trying to find out. And I know that. I appreciate that very much, and I appreciate you doing what you're doing very much. I didn't in any way call to raise doubts about your abilities as a detective or anything like that. I'm just calling to tell you what I know, and that, she manipulated some insurance policy or something like that, and then I know that he cried that we rode around on my golf cart over here by my house, and he said she's going to try to kill him for his insurance money. And all Charles said is he wanted his son to have a mom, and he loved her, and she went cuckoo. I mean, this lady's nuts.
Absolutely.
And I know that, that doesn't make her a murderer. I know that, but I and then I found three felony convictions on Al for assault with a deadly weapon.
He only has one. In fact, I actually have the copy of that report. I was on the phone. It was out of Austin Police Department. It's only one conviction, and just so you know, it is not a felony anymore. It was basically they do like a deferment. If you basically complete the terms of your probation, they'll make it a misdemeanor. So because there was some concerns with that from Cole and Zach. It's Cole and Zach, right? Yeah, it was concerns with Cole and Zach and about why he would have a firearm, but it isn't a felony. There's a lot of...
CHL?
What's that?
He has a CHL and he was able to get that? Is that turned to a misdemeanor?
Yeah, he was able to... He completed the terms of the probation and it pled it down to a misdemeanor. So it's basically his rights were restored, and he has a concealed weapons permit here and was carrying the gun legally. But he assaulted Lori's former husband. Yeah.
Right.
So he actually shot him or tased him. It was a stun gun, not like a taser like the police carry. But yeah, I got that report yesterday and talked to the sergeant at the 390th District Court of Travis County, Texas, and got that from him yesterday. I mean, I'll be real frank with you. I've been in homicide for over a decade, and I have a bad gut feeling that you guys are right. What's weighing heavy on my mind is being able to prove it and how to be able to prove it. And I've been working tirelessly to try to get through all the information and come up with a good plan, because a case like this is it hinges on whether it's very well could come down to getting an admission from her or Alex that they set him up, and so it's a slow moving, and I think I told Kay, but I definitely told Cole and Zach this isn't something that's going to happen overnight, not like this. So
I understand.
So I trust me when I say we've talked about this. Me and 3 other people in my unit have talked about it.
My brother Charles did not have a single violent bone in his body. He would even not. He would go out of his way not to argue with someone. He would leave.
Yeah.
He would have left his phone there, and he would have turned it off and bought another phone.
Yeah, and that's what Cheryl said too. And
he wouldn't argue.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt it in the least. But what I need is evidence to show that they're lying about what happened inside the house. You know what I mean? So
and that's almost impossible unless you had a camera.
Yeah, or an admission. So
how you get someone who murders someone for money to admit that? Scare the shit out of them?
See, I don't know that. I'm not sure. And honestly, going through the text messages and stuff, I think money was a motivating factor. But from the looks of it, and going through your brother's text messages, he was willing to pay Lori whatever he needed to pay her to sustain her and JJ's lifestyle. So I think my concern is might be more of this crazy religious thing, and she talks to God and stuff. This extreme religious.
No, she thinks she is God.
So that's what I'm thinking. And again, I have to be able to prove it, but I'm almost more curious if that's what this is about, not necessarily the money. The money's an added bonus, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. It's trust me. I was sitting out back in my house talking to my wife about this case last night, going, I gotta find a way to prove it. I gotta find a way to prove it.
My brother is literally screaming out for his story to be told, and you're the one and I'm not trying to add pressure to you, Detective. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to say that this is another voice for his corner saying this man didn't do a damn thing, and I think all he did was love these people, and he loves JJ, and now JJ's with a crazy-ass woman. I'm worried sick about him.
Yeah.
I mean, he needs to be away from her. Who knows what she's doing with this child? What about if she comes to the conclusion of what she's done, and what if she realizes that? Is there, no way to get him away from her?
I don't have anything right now that documents her crazy besides, your brother's text messages to other people about the things that she said, and then when he filed her for an order of protection. I don't have anything else like that. If you guys have evidence of that, and Kay wanted to, basically fight for custody, then I would suggest that. But I don't have that stuff like from her to go, yeah, she's absolutely crazy and incapable of caring for a child. So
I knew her when she was the sweetest human being on earth, and she flipped a switch that I don't even understand myself. I'm a Catholic man. I don't understand all this stuff, but I don't have a problem with any faith. I just want my brother, his story to be told, and I just want to. I'm gonna pray for you, and I'm gonna pray for you to find exactly what it is you need to find, because I know damn good and well he didn't go in there to beat anybody up. That'd be the first time in his life he'd ever done that if it was, and he would, everywhere I look, every 20-some-odd different places, Charles Vallow assault is, he's killed because of self-defense, and you just want to scream.
Well, and I will tell you, because Cole asked about that yesterday also, that is out there. There's no getting that back, because that was a statement made that evening to the media. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is the evidence that's found. There's no getting that back. But it's not advantageous for us to put anything else out there, because as of right now, Al and Lori have no idea that I'm looking into all the stuff that I'm looking into. They have no idea.
Well, thank God.
I haven't had any conversations with them. I haven't talked to her since the day of this incident, by design, because I want them to believe that we didn't have any we have no clue that it's anything besides the self-defense case, and we're working everything behind the scenes.
Well, I bow down to my sister Kay, because I don't know how she does it, but she talks to the Lord like nothing happened. And I told Kay, I said, you're going to have to be the one that talks to her, because, I want to I have thoughts, and I'm telling the detective this, but I live in Louisiana, look. But listen, I'm begging you to, please, I know you're going to do your best.
Absolutely. You have 100% my word. I'm going to do our best. I can't make any promises, because I will tell you right now, we're battling an uphill battle, but this isn't going away anytime soon, and we're going to do everything we can to, which I believe it is, but if, this was a criminal conspiracy to kill your brother, or, anything other than a self-defense issue, we're going to do everything we can to make sure that they're held criminally liable for that.
Funny thing is, the leader of that cult that she's in was an ex-officer, and there's so many twisted things in this.
Oh, yeah.
He takes off. We'll never see JJ again. There's no... I just got to pray that God gives you some kind of real piece of evidence you can use that's actually real. I just want the truth is all I want. The truth.
Absolutely.
That's all I want. If Charles did go in there and do that, I want just the truth. I mean, I know that's impossible, but I just want the truth. And if
well, we have the exact same want, and that's what I want also.
Well, Detective Moffett, right?
Yes.
Well, I just pray God blesses you and gives you the ability to find this out. This is hard to deal with, and we're having a celebration of life tomorrow, and Kay had to be super nice to this person to get some of the things sent to her, and now she wouldn't let JJ come to Charles' celebration of life. Who knows what she's telling him? I don't know.
I called Kay because Cole called me yesterday. I've been emailing more with Kay, and I emailed her something a couple days ago, and she said she was taking care of moving Charles' things out, and she couldn't talk. So I called her 2 or 3 times yesterday, and granted it was 5:30 our time. So I think you guys are what time is it there now? 2:46.
Yeah.
So
2:50.
It was. I called her at about 7:30 your time, 7:15, 7:30 your time. But it was. I'm getting Larry's voicemail. It was the phone number that ends in 1911. Is that?
Kay's 337-515-1037.
1037. Okay.
That's Kay. Kay's phone has not stopped ringing since this incident. She's selling her company, and she's about to lose her mind. And I just was trying to call to help her or help Cole. I talked to Cole a little while earlier.
Yeah.
And I just beg for justice, that's all. And I know you're doing everything you can. I'm not going to try to put any more pressure on you. It's hard not to do, but I won't do it. I know damn good and well he didn't go in that house and argue or do anything. I think they had it planned out. They had to have had. He told me, like I said, but you still have the burden of proof. You have to prove it. So, I mean, is there, I'm just asking this because I don't know, but is there a way to access, like, I don't know, a phone whenever this was going on? Like Charles's phone or something?
I have.
They have turned it on at that time, right?
I have Charles's phone, and I also have basically a mirrored image of everything that was in Charles's phone.
Yeah.
So, and like I said,
I called his number after this incident the day after, because we didn't even find out. This woman sent a text message to my nephew that your dad.
Yeah, 36 hours later.
Yeah, and so I didn't believe it. So I called his phone, and I just wanted to call and see, and so I called both numbers. He has 2 numbers on that iPhone 10. And then I heard his voice. I just knew it was really true, because I think I was a little bit in shock. But the fact is that I just didn't believe it.
Yeah.
For her to text a day and a half later to Cole and say, your dad passed away, and it was yesterday, sometime around 8 o'clock or something. What time did my brother die, officer?
It was about 9 a.m. In the morning on the 11th. I'm sorry, 8 a.m. 8 a.m.
Did he, was he immediate? Did he expire immediately?
So according, I can only go off of what the pathologist said, because when we attended the autopsy, that I can't say immediately, but very quickly. So
Okay.
I was just looking. When you called him on the 12th, because you called the day after, you didn't leave a voicemail for him, obviously.
I didn't. I just heard his voice and I hung up.
Okay.
You should see it, 832-350-4470.
It wouldn't show it because we already had his phone and it was powered off. So
Okay.
so it wouldn't come through. On the records it might. I would have to look on the records. But
Yeah,
as far as
I'm just
on
telling
his
you
hardware.
called it because I'm not crazy. Well, my wife says I am sometimes, but I'm just trying to, I think in shock. I don't know. I just wanted to make sure that was real. I wasn't fixing to call that lady, but when Kay called and told me and Jerry, my other brother, I was in complete disbelief. I just didn't believe it. I still don't believe it. But, I don't know. We need to somehow figure out a way to get JJ away from that crazy-ass woman.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know how to help with that. I haven't, like I said, I haven't gotten anything that goes absolutely not. And the thing about it is Charles had said in some of his like text messages and stuff, like, or in some previous things, like some mental illness. And I don't know if it's a true mental illness because she presents, at least outwardly talking to her, that is sane. But like you said, it's almost this extreme religion thing or cult thing. And I haven't found a whole lot. I found their podcast, obviously. Cheryl told me about that. But I haven't sent her to
kill anybody that gets in her way, too.
Yeah, and Cheryl told me about that. And so I told Cheryl that, to basically, because she was listening to him anyways, to kind of track it down. So I'm praying as hard as you are that we can come up with what I need to prove this case. So
I just wish I could have that guy in a room with no doors for 5 minutes. That's all I wish. No, I didn't say that to a detective, but I did. I just said that, I gotta forgive, but I go back into wanting to just, and then you gotta forgive. And I can't seem to bring myself there. And then I do, and then I go back.
Well, and this is a traumatic loss to you and your family, and it's only been 3 weeks, so it's not something that happens overnight, if it does at all.
I thought I would die before he did because, he was in damn good shape for a 62-year-old man.
He absolutely was, yeah.
I'm a big badass, but the thing is, okay, detective, I just appreciate everything you're doing. Please keep up.
Absolutely.
Your work, and please don't give up. I just beg you, please don't give up, because, look, Charles, if you knew Charles, you would know immediately, if you really knew who he was and knew him, this man did everything he could to help everybody he could possibly help.
Absolutely.
He had not 1 ounce of hostility. If you did something to him, he'd walk away.
Yeah.
He would not argue. It just doesn't make any sense. It wouldn't make sense is that they killed him, and they did it for money or for whatever they think God is, or they think they are God. I don't know.
Yeah.
But boy, I think they studied on this real hard, and I think that they decided that this is how they're going to do it, and I think they did it. That's how I see it.
I don't disagree with you. I really don't, and we're a long way from giving up on this case. So, like I said, we're actively working it and sifting through phone records and text messages and your brother's phone. And, he had told Adam, and I've been trying to get a hold of Kay because I know Kay was talking to Adam. Lori's other brother.
Right.
And I don't know if you talked to Adam or not, but I can tell you.
I've never talked to Adam in my life that I know.
Well, and just from text messages that I've seen of his, or at least between Lori and Al, I don't know that Adam's very trustworthy. That's one of the reasons I called Kay 3 times last night. Is I want her to just be very guarded with what she tells him. So, because Adam
make sure she knows immediately.
Adam and your brother were talking that morning and the day before about Lori and kind of how she's fallen off the deep end in this religion and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you know, they were talking up to that day, but I think Adam then might have called Lori afterwards. So I don't know. Well, and Adam told Kay, yeah, I've been trying to reach out to the detective. Well, I have not received a phone call, an email, message to call him or anything. So I just don't know that he's very trustworthy or where he lies in this. And you know, I doubt his motive in helping. So.
Well, I'm going to tell her as soon as we hang up, tell her don't you damn say anything to him.
Yeah, in fact, I'm going to call her on her cell phone, the 1037 number. I'm going to call her as soon as we hang up.
Okay.
So.
All right, Detective. I really appreciate everything you've done. And
Bobby, you got a pen and paper handy?
I have my cell phone. I have 2 cell phones.
Okay. Let me give you my direct phone number so you don't have to call through dispatch if you decide you need to get a hold of me again, okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
It's 480-782-4477.
That's the number I called. 480-782-4477.
Oh, I got a call. The call transferred from dispatch.
Yeah, that's the number. Oh, wait.
You probably called 4130.
4130. Okay.
Yeah, that's dispatch. 4477 goes directly to my desk.
Yeah, he gave me your direct number and then transferred.
Okay, good.
Okay. All right. Well, I sure appreciate it, Detective Moffitt, and keep it up, and hopefully something will pop up. I pray every day for his soul. I pray every day for him that the truth would come out. I damn well know that's not the truth. What's in all the papers, and I think people do that just to. How does a person ever get their story out?
Well, hopefully through a good investigation and evidence to support the fact that our intuition is right.
All right, officer. Detective, you have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate it, and my thoughts and prayers are with you and your family tomorrow during your brother's service.
Thank you, Detective.
All right,
yeah,
thank you.
All right, bye-bye.